Hi, my name's Tiana, and I'm an event/project manager, and I've created this spreadsheet for the maid of honors. I myself was a maid of honor a year and a half ago, so I know the struggle. So I'm going to quickly go through this spreadsheet as fast as possible because it's got 18 tabs, and I don't want to waste any of your time. So first we have the start here tab. This is going to give you any links to my shop as well as my email, the YouTube link, which will be here, how to use this spreadsheet, and more details about what each tab does. Next, we go to setup. This is very important. You need to make sure you put all the details of the wedding, the bachelorette, the bridal shower, and any quick links that you may have. Anything you need to update, make sure you always update the setup because it populates the rest of the spreadsheet. So this is the bride survey. You can make this a complete sheet on its own. So you can copy this to another sheet, send it to the bride so she doesn't see all the rest of these tabs, and she can fill this out. And it's just going to make sure that you and the bride are on the same page in terms of the bachelorette and the bridal shower and things like that, and even the wedding day, just to make sure you and her, you have that mental link. Okay, she told you, and you're going to make sure you execute because you're the maid of friggin' honor. This is the dashboard. This completely auto populates yourself. You do not need to change anything in here. Anything you put in the setup tab, and while you're filling out these other tabs, this is going to populate itself. Do not touch this. Do not mess with any of the code here. The only thing you're going to put in here that you actually have to manually put in here is this picture. So this could be a picture of you and your girl, just you and the bride, just the bride, whatever. Or it could just be a cartoon, whatever. Next, we've got the bridal party tab. This is just where you're going to keep track of everyone that's in the bridal party, from you to bridesmaids to the father of the bride to the groom, blah, blah, blah. And you're going to have all their contact details here. It's just a nice little database for all of that. Then we've got the wedding timeline. This is going to be every event to do with the wedding tracked here. So you're going to put the event, the date, the start time, the end time, the duration will auto-populate, and any kind of dress codes and notes, and then the days left will auto-populate as well. This is pretty self-explanatory. It's just a shopping list. So as you're buying things for the wedding, you can track here what you've bought and just tick it off as you're going, and you've got a nice little summary here. Task tracker, same thing, self-explanatory. Whenever you've got a task or action that needs completing pertaining to the wedding, you're going to put it here, and you're going to click this here, assign to. So these names will actually populate from your bridal party. So everyone that you put on the bridal party tab will auto-populate here, and you can select them from here, pick the due date from here, and whether it's complete, low, and what the priority is, and any kind of notes. We've got a summary table up here which will auto populate as well, and we've got a little graph here so you can get a visual representation. Next, we've got the budget tab. So this is very important. While you're planning anything to do with the bachelorette, the bridal shower, gifts, we've got a whole list of different categories here that you can pick from. You can keep track of the budget. So what you estimate or what the budget is versus the actual, it will auto calculate the difference, and it will let you know if you're over budget, on track, under budget, and it will just show up here. And you can click here if it was paid by the bride or the groom, and the status, whether it's paid, pending, and any notes here. And of course, you've got visual representation here. You've got the summary tables up here that let you know at a glance information of your budget. And then you've got some graphs here for visual representation, of course. In reservations, quite simply, here's where anytime you book or reserve something, you're going to put it here, and you'll be able to track the total cost, the deposit that you've paid, and any balance remaining. And you'll be able to click off here where it's been paid, and that will zero it out. And you've got a nice little summary table up here. Mood board, you know what this is. You can put your color preference, color palette preference here, as well as a screenshot from, I don't know, Pinterest, or you can just directly put the pictures here and paste them all over the place. These titles here will auto populate from your setup tab, and you can do it here for the bachelorette and also the bridal shower. Again, pretty simple. This is the bachelorette guest list. So here's where you're going to be able to keep track of all the guests that are coming, any dietary requirements they have, and any plus ones they have. And you have a summary table at the top here. So this will be your schedule for the day. This top section here will auto populate. The guests attending will be taken from your bachelorette guest list, and this will be taken from your setup tab. And you can put in your start time and end time here, and you can just plan out your day: start time, end time, duration, activity, notes, contingency. So this is just where you'll keep your itinerary for the day, and you can print this off as a PDF, or you can send this tab to whoever you need to, whoever's helping you on the day. And you've got the same thing for the bridal shower as well. You've got your own bridal shower guest list. We'll keep track of all your guests here, and of course you've got your bridal shower schedule, so your run of the day, and you'll have all the information that I just mentioned on the bachelorette one, but the same for the bridal shower. Again, self-explanatory. You got your packing list, and as you pack things, you can tick them off and it will cross out and you'll get this nice little summary over here. This is just a notes page for any notes of ideas. So anything you just want to jot down, some inspiration has hit you and you need somewhere to put it. This is where you put that. The big day checklist. So when the wedding day has approached, you can create a checklist here and you can put it on a tablet or you can print it out, but I'd put it on a tablet. It makes more sense to me. And as you are going through the times and the tasks and everything, so as you're going through your list, you can tick it off. And as you tick it off, boom, it will cross it out. Or you can tick it off from here and put done and it will highlight it green and cross it out as well. So you can do it like this, done. Look at that. Realistically, why is this even here? But I think people like to click. So you have a choice. You can either click it like this or you can do done. I'd do both. It looks great like that. And then you've got your key contacts here. And so of all the vendors that should be there on the day. So you've got some of the guests, but then also the vendors that will be there on the day and the bride's timeline. So you can keep on track with what the bride's doing. Where is she? What time will she be here? So you always have an eye on the bride without actually having an eye on the bride. Last but not least, we've got the gift tracker. So after the wedding's been and gone, you may be asked to track the gifts or help track the gifts. Or you could send this to the bride and she can track the gifts herself. But this is just a nice little tab if you're helping with that. So who the gift was from, the type, the description, the date, and the cost, and the thank you. If you sent a thank you note, this is important too. The wedding's not done till it's done. I hope that shows you enough about the spreadsheet at hand. If you're a maid of honor, I sympathize. It's a stressful job. It doesn't need to be stressful though. Buy this spreadsheet and it will help you organize yourself and relieve some of that stress, I hope. And thanks again for buying with LavenderLogic.